Start.
All right, folks, I'm back here. This is Wesley. Wesley. $1 billion Virgin. This is Wesley. $1 billion Virgin. This is Wesley. $1 billion. All right, folks. Hey, what's going on here? I want you to pay attention here because what we're going to talk about is the 9 to 5 grind. How many of you are ready to leave your jobs? Can you get an amen? Amen, Wesley Virgin. I know. You want to leave your job, right? First of all, let me tell you what this video is for. If you still got a dream, if you haven't given up, okay, you've got that dream still in your heart here, okay, deep inside you, and you want to start a business, you don't know what to do. Maybe you've started a business, but it's not reaping the type of results you want, but you still have a job, okay? You still have a job. If you still have a job, you're trying to get out of the job, but maybe you're scared, maybe you're fearful, maybe you say, well, Wesley, I just can't right now. What about my bills? What about this? What about they take my dog? They take my house. They take my life. They take everything, right? If you're that person, you're in the right place. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about the science behind this, okay? The science. I want to tell you why you won't leave your job. I know you think you know. You may say, no, Wesley, I'm not going to leave my job because I got to pay my bills. Can I get an amen to that? I'm not going to leave my job because I got to take care of my babies, Wesley. So I'm not leaving my job, right? Okay? All right, so understand this. Those are just reasons. But actually, from a science, psychological standpoint, that's not the reason why you haven't left your job yet, okay? And if I give you a different perspective, maybe after this video, you will highly consider leaving your job and really chasing your dreams boldly, okay? Because that's what I want for you, okay? What you're going to hear here tonight, I'm going to explain something in a way that you've probably never heard before, all right? I'm going to talk about the brain, the mindset. This is another Millionaire Mind Hack video here. But I want to share with you why that 9 to 5 grind, why is it so hard to leave, okay? If everybody cool with it, let's go! It's late right now. It's all good, you know. If you're watching the video on YouTube, Facebook, the replay, it doesn't matter, okay? I love what I do, so it doesn't matter about time for me, okay? Now remember this. Everybody knows what job means, right? Who doesn't know what the word job means? Well, job means just over broke, okay? Can I get an amen to that? Just over broke, right? Did you know there's a high percentage of people on the planet that live paycheck to paycheck, okay? I know, not you. I mean, I know you're financially responsible with your money, right? But most people, they live paycheck to paycheck, all right? When they get paid, they pay their bills, pay bills, pay bills, pay bills, pay bills. You know, get some money to the kids, maybe go buy them something, and that's it. And maybe they put $1 or nothing in the savings account. And they're waiting for the next 2 weeks to get paid again, right? To pay the bills again, all right? But let me share something with you. Let me give you the signs. This is going to be a very quick video, but I want you to pay close attention as I give you this information, okay? Because I'm going to open up your mind here, okay? Pay attention. When you go to work, how many of you, listen, how many of you get paid in 2 weeks? Okay? Just say, I do, Wesley. I can't see you, or maybe I can, but just say, yes, Wesley, yes. I get paid every 2 weeks. Okay, great. I know some of you guys get paid every 7 days, too. But we're going to go with 2 weeks, all right? Because when I had a job, when I had my just over broke job, they paid me every 2 weeks, okay? Which means is I do the work in advance. Listen to me. I did the work in advance. And on that Friday, I was like, oh yeah, baby, give me my money, right? 2 weeks, and I got a paycheck, okay? Now understand this. Some of you are in your 20s, some of you are in your 30s, and some of you are in your 40s, okay? If you're in your 20s or early 30s, I want you to really pay close attention to this. If you're in your 20s, listen to me. On your early 30s right now, pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Now, if you're in your 40s and 50s, I'm going to pray for you, okay? I really am, but I want you to listen as well. Every 2 weeks, you get a paycheck. What happens 2 weeks after that? Does anybody know? Can anybody tell me? Do you know? I got my babies. They behind doing the camera. They're my video producers.
What was the question?
So after 2 weeks, you get a paycheck. What happens 2 weeks again?
You get a paycheck?
Oh, baby! You're right. Ding, ding, ding. You just won. Yeah, so you get another paycheck, okay? And what happens 2 weeks again? David, do you know? Whoa, David! Man, my children are so smart. Yeah, you get another paycheck, okay? You get another paycheck, all right, here. In 2 weeks again, you get another paycheck. Okay? Now, can you guys see the pattern here? How many of you have been working for 5 years? How many of you have been working for 2 years, 10 years, 15 years, 30 years? Okay? 1 year, 2 years. How many of you have been working that long? Well, understand this. This is a pattern. Okay? And what those patterns do, they create habits. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Habits. Which means is, if you will work for 2 weeks and they didn't give you your paycheck, you will be a very upset young man or young lady. You'll be cursing. It don't even matter if you're a Christian, right? Say if you're a Christian, you love God. God, I love you. Yes, you're the best. You're amazing. If on Friday evening you don't get a paycheck, you mother, you calling them all kind of the B word, bitches, hoes, you mother, right? I'm like, what happened, baby? I thought you was religious, right? Right. So the thing is, if you don't get that paycheck, you're upset. Why? Because it broke the pattern. Okay? That's the only reason why you're upset, because it broke the pattern. Alright? You were cool, you were comfortable, you knew what to expect, but as soon as you break the pattern, now you're upset. Okay? You're pissed off. Now let's talk about something else as it relates to a business. So same person now, you've been working for 10 years, 5 years, because all of you, I'm pretty sure all of you have been to a network marketing seminar, or been to a business seminar, or saw an online ad that told you to give you money, give the other person money to start a business. Can I get it like, yeah? Can I get an amen on that? Okay, so check this out. Let me tell you what happened with you. Because I know some of you have started a business and went back to the job. And some of you, you're in the business and the job at the same time. But check this out here. In the business, something very interesting happens, okay, in the business. Now pay attention to this. Listen to me here. Come on. Look at me. Look at me. All right. So, in the business, you work for 2 weeks. And I mean, you work hard, right? You work hard for 2 weeks. You are busting it, creating the websites, Facebook campaign, trying to sell your product, getting your DBA, getting your LLC, talking about I'm proud, doing your book signings, you wrote a book, you got everybody over, hey, let's do a book signing. Everybody signing your books, you're ready to sell your product, okay? But 2 weeks of work equals, in business, no money. All right, so, but you know what? You work for 2 weeks in your business, you understand, you say, well, you know, it's a new business, so I know I got to work, you know, I got to put in I got to burn the midnight oil, right? I got to really just work it so I can make money, right? All of us did this, right? So we say, okay, fine, 2 weeks, no money. Check it out, 2 weeks again. 2 weeks you work twice as hard, right? I mean, you really want this, right? You work twice as hard. You are putting it in, trying to sell the product, trying to create the product, trying to discover what you need to do with your product or service, trying to make money. And guess what happens? Can anybody guess?
You don't get money?
Oh! Baby, you get a brand new car. No money, baby. No money.
Oh.
And guess what happened 2 weeks again? No money. And guess what happened 2 weeks again? No money. No money. Now what goes on in your head, this is the signage. A pattern has been broken because you've conditioned yourself to get a paycheck, or your job has conditioned you that you're supposed to get a paycheck at the end of the 2 weeks. Now, even though you don't voice it, maybe the first month you don't say nothing. But the second month, you start to work. You're like, man, what's going on? You know, I got the website up. I got the business. I got the books. I got the product out there. I mean, I need to make money now. What's going on? And this is internal dialogue here. Okay? Guys, I hope you guys are wearing your headphones here. Remember, when you watch a Wesley Virgin video, it's important that you put headphones in your ear, okay? And I explain why later. But like month 2, you're worried. You're like, man, this business gonna work. I've been working like 60 hours a day, and you know, no one's buying my stuff. No one's getting into the business. No one's taking advantage of my opportunity. I mean, I'm just going crazy right now, right? Now, let's have an internal dialogue. This is the science. Why? Because you have broke the pattern. See, you have broken the pattern of getting paid. See, understand this. The people, no offense, the 9-to-5 grind, the people that get paid every 2 weeks, that's poor mentality, okay? Or that's poverty. I know you're not poor, like you don't have any money, but it's just the mentality. Which means is, you'll rather get paid for time than actually get paid for being effective or productive. Make sense? Which means it's like salespeople, they don't get paid for time. They get paid if they sell a car, like car sales. If you sell a car, you get paid. Make sense? But majority of people in the world, even future entrepreneurs like you get paid for time. It's the worst way to get paid on the planet, okay? And when you work in your business over and over again, all that tension, all that frustration builds up. Can I get an amen? This is the truth. And now you start to get upset at either yourself or the world. You're like, man, what's going on? I don't understand. I'm doing this right. Why can't I sell this? We start talking to ourselves. Why can't I sell this? Why no one going to my website? I'm doing videos. I'm doing this. I got no Instagram followers, and I just started this new company. No one's listening to my stuff. I got bills at the same time. I got to take care of my children. I got to pay the light bill. I got to pay the rent, the car note. So all this stuff, listen, is going on in your mind, right? All this is going on in your mind. And at the same time, you want to create a profitable business and you want freedom. Young people, if you're in your 20s right now, if you're in your early 30s right now, I want you to listen close to me, okay? I'm going to share this from the top of my heart because this is something that I wish someone told me when I was in my 20s. If you have the opportunity to leave your job or to leave the 9-to-5 grind, leave it. Okay? Listen to me. Look at me. If you have the opportunity, which means maybe you got a little money in the savings account, you have the opportunity to leave that job because you're young right now. Understand this. When you're young, you can make many mistakes. When you start turning 40 and 50, you can't make that many mistakes. Okay? You can't afford it. See, at that time, you might have kids, you might have baggage, different adversities happen to you in your life. So now you got to be smart. But if you're in your 20s or early 30s, this is the time to say, you know what? I'm going to throw the ball. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. Because if you don't, listen, you're going to be conditioned. You're going to be conditioned and programmed for failure. You're going to be conditioned and programmed for failure. Now, why do I use the word failure? Because, see, the thing that you want, like some of you want to make, all of you want to make $1 million, right? You want to be millionaires. You want to be free. But you're so accustomed with that 9-to-5 grind. You're so accustomed with getting a paycheck every 2 weeks. Throughout your journey, you're always going to be like this. One day you're happy, one day you're sad. One day it's working, one day it's not. You're getting a little money, but it's not enough money from the business. Some weeks you make some money, some weeks you make no money. But see, all this time from a neurological standpoint in your brain. And then you say, I've been working for a month. I have no business. Only because you have conditioned yourself that 2 weeks in the job or at the job that you must receive a paycheck. And just like any pattern, just like any habit, it's tough to break. Some of you take showers, don't you? Yeah, Wesley. Don't you take showers? I hope you take showers. Right? You take showers. Now if I would come on a video like this and say, oh, hey, you know what? I want you to stop taking showers. Don't take a shower and stop brushing your teeth. How many of you would do it? How many? Anybody? Would you do it? Nobody would. Why? Because it's a pattern, it's a habit. See, when a kid is growing up, now understand this. You may say, well, Wesley, because I don't want to stink and I don't want people to talk about me. Understand this. Everybody takes showers, Wesley. Not everybody. When a child is growing up, when my children were growing up, you know what I have to tell them? Go take a bath, David. Go take a bath, Deasia. Now, why do I tell them that? Because they don't know what a bath is. They don't know they need to wash their bodies. They don't understand why. Right? So if I never tell them, they would never take baths. Understand this. We are habitual people, creatures of habit. Everything has to be programmed in you. You've been programmed with the 9-to-5 grind. And check this out. This is why I'm talking to my 20-year-olds and my early 30-year-olds. The more that you're in it, the deeper that you're in the job, the harder it is for you to get out. I remember a young man, maybe a couple of years ago, came to my house talking to me. And I used to tell him, I said, hey man, quit your job. I know you don't want to hear this, but quit your job. He said, Wesley, you don't understand that. You don't understand. I have a family. I'm not like you. You know, you're not married. All you have is children, have a wife, have a kid. I can't just leave my job like you. I said, listen. Listen to me. How much money do you make per year? Because he was getting frustrated. And that usually happens when people talk to me because I'm going to be blunt and direct with you because I know what you need. See, I know exactly what you need. And I'm going to tell you to your face. All right? I do it with love and empathy. But listen. I said, how much money do you make a year? He said he makes about $60,000, $70,000 a year. I said, young man, I make $70,000 a week. Which means it's something I know that you don't know. So yes, you can tell me, no, Wesley, you don't understand. Wesley, you don't understand. You can say that until your mouth goes dry. But let me share something with you. I still make $70,000 a week. You make $70,000 a year. I'm traveling the world. You had a job. I'm hanging with my children, enjoying my family. You had a job, right? I'm staying in 5-star hotels, hanging out with some amazing people, first-class flights, 5-star hotels, 5-star food around the country. You had a job, so even though you believe I don't understand, I understand something. See, majority of people, now listen to me, what they don't like is what's called pressure, okay? That's what I do, okay? That's why so many people that get involved with me, they have breakthroughs. Because I give them the one thing they don't want, which is pressure, okay? How many of you like pressure? None of you. Pressure. See, pressure is this. When I told him, I said, you need to quit your job now. Why? Because if you stay with that job, you're going to be even more programmed. See, what he was telling me was a program. Hey, man, I got a family. I just can't live like that. I got money in my bank, but I don't want to take all my money in my bank because I'll be losing money. I got to take care of the house. That was a program he was running. Okay? That's all what that was. A program in his mind. He was fearing the unknown. He wasn't sure, like most of you. So I gave him a person. I said, you know what? If you do that, if you stay in that job over and over again, it's going to be very difficult for you to leave it. And he thought about it. Because see, it's just like a habit, right? I can't tell you to stop taking showers. It may take a couple of videos for me to convince you to stop washing your body, right? It may take a while. Well, it's just like a job. The longer you're in the job, the longer you're getting paid every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, vacation one time a year, right? We know this like the back of our hand, right? We drop to our job. We know this like the back of our hand. That starts to get very conditioned in our mind. And guess what? Neurons and brain, neurons that wire together, fire together, which means is whatever you do repeatedly or emotionally, with great emotion, it starts to wire in your brain, right? It's just a belief. See, some of you just believe that if you leave your job, you're going to be in trouble. You don't even have to think about that. That's unconscious. When you leave your job, you can leave your job today, you start a business, you're going to be like, oh, okay, this got to work because, but at the back of your brain, you're going to think, I got to pay rent, so I got to make sure I make money. I got to pay the light, I got to make sure I make money. That's in your brain. At the same time, you're trying to create a profitable company. That's the problem. Pressure. A lot of you run away from pressure. You don't want no one to give you pressure, right? You don't want nobody to be in your face and direct and say you need to leave now. If not, you're going to fail for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter how many books you read. It doesn't matter how many seminars you go to. It doesn't matter how many YouTube motivational videos that you watch, including mine. You're going to be who you are today next year. I promise you. See, when I tell people that, they say, whoa, Wesley, you're being negative. I'm not being negative. Okay? It's habits. I can tell by looking at you. I know you know some people in your life that said they was going to do something. They promised they was going to do it. Or they was going to quit something. And they promised they was going to quit. And they don't quit. You know these people in your life, don't you? Maybe you know them personally. Right? Said you were going to do something. I promise. You know what? I'm going to do this. And you didn't do it. People are habitual creatures. Period. We're people of habits. Pressure is positive. See, some of you guys right now, while you're watching this video, you're going to feel pressure. You're like, man, he's talking about quitting my job, but man, I know I need to, but I just can't because I don't know. Pressure, right? Pressure. Pressure is positive. Let me tell you why. How do you create diamonds? You know why? You take a coal, you put the coal, pressure, you make a diamond. Right? Pressure is good. Okay? Pressure causes people like you to transform. Can I get an amen? That young man I talked to, within 2 months he quit his job. Boom. He said, you know what? Boom. At first when he left, he said, Wesley, I just can't do it. You don't understand. I got this. Well, Wesley, you do your way. I'm going to do my way. Whatever. Right? He left. I found out he left his job. He came back and said, man, Wesley, you were right. I need to get out of there, man, because check this out. And you let me know if you experience this at your job, in your workplace. You know when you're trying your best to change your mindset and you start to evolve and you see yourself evolving, right? You see yourself making better decisions, you're around positive people, and then when you're around your work people, they kind of irritate you. Why? Because they're talking about the same thing. Hey, we're going to the club, we're going to the happy hour. What are you doing this weekend? I'm going to do this. What about them Cowboys? What about them LA Lakers? What about the game? What about the reality show? It's the same conversations. But you, when you're evolving to the type of person that can make $1 million, those conversations start to frustrate you. Those conversations at your office start to irritate you. And that happened to that young man. He said, man, I get tired of these people. They're talking about 401ks and IRAs and working for 30 years and getting pensions and waiting to get the retirement. I don't want to hear this stuff. And he got so irritated he left. And I was proud of him. Because when he left, and within 1.5 years, listen. See, this is what I tell people. I'm saying, you know what? So I share with people. I said, you have no idea what's on the other side of your job. Like you leaving your job, you have no idea the blessings and the abundance that are waiting for you. All you need to do is open the door. He left. Within less than 2 years, he made $1 million. He made $1 million. He became a millionaire in 2 years. Left his job, right? He had worked all his life. But he decided, because Wesley gave him pressure, he left. Because see, what he thought about, he said, man, you know what, not only am I going to condition myself, I'm going to condition my little child. My child's going to see me go to work every single day. Work, 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 work. Daddy, what is that? What are you doing? What's a boss? Who pays you? How does that work? Do I need a boss? Do I need a job? Right? And he'll be a hypocrite. If he said, no, baby, you don't need a job. I mean, daddy working, but you don't need to do that. No, he didn't want to be a hypocrite. So what he did, he left. See, the pain He felt more pain staying at the company and more pleasure leaving the company. Let me say it again. Listen to me. He felt more pain staying at the company that paid him $80,000 a year. He was relaxed. He was comfortable. But he felt more pain there and more pleasure leaving. Right now, the only reason why you haven't left yet, because you feel more pain leaving. Even though you don't like it, but it's more pain leaving. And the pain is nothing but the pain that you're creating in your mind. It's the fear that you're creating in your mind. It's the false evidence of things appearing real that's happening in your mind. Because when you're thinking about leaving it, that fear, that illusion of fear pops up in your mind. Now, how do I know that? Because you know people around you that have left their jobs. You know people that have been fired. You know people that have lost their homes. They have lost their children. They have lost their spouses. They couldn't pay the bills. They lost their cars. You're like, oh, I don't want to be like that. Oh, I don't want to be like Billy. He lost everything when he left. Ooh. But you're not Billy. You're not the other person. You're yourself. Guys, I'm going to let you guys go here. But if that made perfect sense here, I want you to like and share this video. And my question is to you, which one of you? See, that's why they call millionaires the 1%. All right? Because, see, millionaires are going to do what you don't do. See, the 1% are always going to do the crazy, unconventional, unusual things to get what they want. How many of you are going to do it? Like, how many of you right now are going to leave your jobs? You don't have to say it. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, I want to, but I know, right? But remember this. Every day you go to that job, all right? Every day that you get up, make breakfast, get the kids ready, get into your car, get into that traffic, blow the horn a little bit, curse people out for cutting you off and give them the finger right, get to that cubicle, check that email, get on social media, waiting for lunch, you just got to work. You take 45 minutes, you eat your unhealthy lunch because there's not enough time to eat lunch. You wait 4 more hours, you do a little work here, a little work there, talk to your coworkers here, talk to your boss here. You leave the job, you get back in your car again. The car takes you through traffic again. You blowing the horn, you tired, you hot. You frustrated because you got to go back and now you got to go home because it's 5, 6 o'clock. You got to cook, you got to clean, you got to go to church, you got to do this, you got to do that. So you're thinking about all the things you got to do. You get home finally. You got to talk to your husband, talk to your wife, talk to your kids. But you tired, you worn out, but you still got things to do. Then you go get some wine or you get some beer or some alcohol to relax your body. Now think about that day times 30 years. That's 30 years of a piss poor life. That's 30 years of a destructive, terrible, disgusting life. That's a disgusting life to me. It's disgusting. It's terrible. It's obscene. Think about it for a while. Well, guess what? That's what majority of people do. Most of the world, they're going to spend 30 years working for people they don't want to work for, dealing with people they don't want to deal, while their dreams, their aspirations pass them by. I told a young guy when I was in an Uber one day, because I'm always talking with people, and this young man, I said, what's your dream, man? He was like 40 years old. He said, I really want to start a mechanic shop. I said, what's stopping you? He said, well, I got kids. It's always the same story. I got kids. I got a family. I want to make sure we're okay before we do it. Right? I got to make sure everything's okay. Let me share something with you. First of all, before I tell the rest of the story, things are never going to be okay or perfect for you to make a move in life. It's just not, I'm telling you. If you wait for everything to be perfect, money to be perfect, this to be perfect, it's never going to happen. Ever. So I told her, I was talking to him. I said, why don't you just do it? He said, yeah, I don't know. I may fail. I make this. And I told him, I said, let me share something with you, young man. He older than me. I said, let me share something with you, young man. How many children you have? 2. You have a wife? Yes. Will you ever fail them, whether you have a job or not? He said, no. So why are you considering failure now? He said, I said, you only fail if you make a choice to fail. Failure is a choice. You gotta go, I give up. No man or woman fails unless he says to him or herself that he fails. So I said, hey, are you going to fail them? He said, no. I said, start it. What do you have to lose? Nothing. You may lose a car, a house, I don't know. What do you have to lose? And you know what I told him to? And this is the truth, and I'm going to let you go. That most people, majority of people that are successful now, that make millions of dollars, very successful people, he says that everything that I thought, listen, everything that I thought that was going to happen in a negative direction never happened. Like I thought I was going to need loans and I might lose this and I might have to, remortgage my house. None of that happened. It all worked out. And usually, that's what happened to those people that start a new business. They leave their jobs. They run towards their dream. The thing or the event or the experience that you're thinking about that may happen never happens. That's the power of the mind. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for hitting the like and share button. Remember, I'm always going to leave a link below. If you want to partner with me, understand everything I talk about, I don't write this stuff down. It comes straight from the heart. Why? Because I've been put here on earth to help you take control of your life, take control of your destiny. And you can't do that if you're trying to avoid pressure. So many people want to partner with me. They want me to mentor them. They want to get involved with my information, my content. But you got to be ready for pressure. If you're not ready for pressure, you don't want to get involved with me. Because I'm going to give you pressure. See, pressure equals breakthrough. Okay? Pressure equals breakthrough. The only reason why you haven't had a breakthrough in your life because you can't take the heat. Instead of you can't take the heat, get your ass out the kitchen, right? Remember that song? If you can't take the heat, get your ass out the kitchen. Some of you can't take the heat. That's why you're still there. That's why you're still in your same exact current situation where you are right now. Guys, I always leave a link either above here or in the description. It's somewhere around this video. Partner with me, okay? Let me take you on the journey. All right? I'm not guaranteeing nobody. You know what? Let me listen. I'm not going to guarantee your success. I don't guarantee anybody's success. The only success that you can guarantee is the success you choose to guarantee for yourself. Okay? The only reason why I'm successful is because I guarantee my success. I didn't need a 60-day guarantee, 30-day guarantee. I didn't need that stuff. I chose to create my own guarantee, which means is I wasn't going to stop until I win. The question is, are you going to persevere? Are you going to be patient? Are you going to keep running down the road even though you're tired, your legs hurt, right? You got a cramp. Are you going to keep going until you win? Much love. This is Wesley Virgin. Millionaire Virgin. Later. I gotta go.